I think there's an old adage that, any trial lawyer ought to be a client, and that lawyers are generally have fools for clients when they represent themselves. I don't think you can do this as effectively, and mine was fortuitous actually, if you haven't also been a party. Mm-hmm. And that my situation, it was a relatively it was going through a divorce mediation. Neither one of us used lawyers, and that we spent a long time mediating. We both were represented, but the lawyers never came to the mediation and were really a very small part of the process. And that what I learned in that is we had a mediator who was not a lawyer. Who was a therapist mediator, who we both chose. It was somebody that I didn't know beforehand. It was a little bit hard for my wife that here I was a mediator and we were going to go through a mediation. But we found somebody who was very good. So we had a very good lawyer. We had a very good mediator. We had lawyers who understood the process, who didn't get in the way. And we, as two human beings, as two adults, we'd known each other since 1970. I mean, we've known each other for 30 years.
Right.
We met in college. And that we were trying to separate this, and we had 2 children at that point, and we were working this out, but it was complicated. And that what I learned is that regardless of how good the mediator is, the subject matter was terrible. And being a party, it didn't matter that there was a great mediator, and it didn't matter that that we were negotiating well. The subject matter was a very hard thing to talk about. Negotiating things about your children, about the rest of your life, about taking your life and dividing up assets, and all those things that one does when you take control of that yourself is very hard.